Welcome back to Z Coins. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of one of the most famous coins in recent history, the 1971 Lincoln penny with the rare mink mark. We'll explore its history, the reason it's so valuable, and its current market value. So let's get into it. To kick things off, let's talk about the 1971 Lincoln penny itself. First minted in San Francisco, the 1971 penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Series. These pennies were produced to commemorate Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, and feature his image on the obverse, front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, back. The San Francisco Mint produced these pennies with a higher quality finish compared to other mints. However, the 1971 penny is fairly common in terms of its regular production. So what makes the 1971 penny so special and valuable? Let's uncover that mystery. Enter the mink mark, a term coined by numismatists to describe an extraordinary and rare anomaly found on the 1971 Lincoln penny. This mark is not a part of the official minting process, but rather a unique error that has captivated collectors. The mink mark is essentially a small, unintentional engraving that resembles the shape of a mink or some sort of animal. This mark was not intentionally added, but rather happened due to a mix-up during the minting process or a rare die error. As a result, only a handful of these mink mark pennies are known to exist, making them incredibly rare and sought after. To understand why this rare penny is so valuable, let's take a step back and consider its historical context. In 1971, the U.S. was transitioning from using silver to copper-plated zinc for pennies. The San Francisco Mint was known for producing higher quality coins, and while the 1971 penny was not particularly rare, the mink mark anomaly set it apart. Collectors and historians alike are fascinated by the mink mark because it's a tangible piece of a unique moment in numismatic history. The story of how such an error came to be and its subsequent discovery has added layers of intrigue to this coin. Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping market value. As of today, the 1971 mink mark Lincoln penny has fetched prices up to an astonishing $1.8 million. That's right, $1.8 million for a single penny. How did this happen? A few key factors contribute to the high value. Only a few of these coins are known to exist, making them extremely rare. The value can vary based on the coin's condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. The story and uniqueness of the mink mark add significant value to collectors and investors. Here are some examples of what high-value mink mark pennies look like. As you can see, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these rare finds. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1971 penny and suspect it might have the mink mark, how do you confirm its authenticity? First, examine the coin under a magnifying glass or microscope. The mink mark should be visible as a distinct mark resembling an animal shape. Second, consult with a professional coin grader or numismatist. They can provide a detailed assessment and authenticate the coin. To wrap things up, the 1971 mink mark Lincoln penny is a shining example of how a simple error can create extraordinary value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, understanding these rare anomalies can add a new dimension to your coin collection. Remember, while most 1971 pennies are worth their face value, finding one with a mink mark could potentially make you a millionaire. So keep your eyes peeled and happy hunting. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American numismatic history, the 1969 Lincoln penny. Now, I know what you're thinking. A penny? Really? But trust me, this isn't just any penny. This coin has a remarkable story and a jaw-dropping value that's going to surprise you. So, buckle up as we explore the history, rarity, and current market value of the 1969 Lincoln penny. Let's start with a bit of background. The 1969 Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which was produced from 1959 to 2008. This series commemorates the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and features a portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. In 1969, the U.S. Mint produced millions of these pennies, but one particular variety stands out: the 1969 penny with a unique and elusive minting error. Now, what makes this coin so special? It's all about a rare and accidental mistake during the minting process. The error in question is known as the 1969 double die obverse variety. This mistake occurred when the die used to stamp the pennies had been improperly aligned, causing the design elements to be struck twice. This resulted in a noticeable doubling effect on the obverse, or front, of the coin. The most prominent doubling can be seen in the lettering and the date. For collectors, this is like finding a needle in a haystack. Take a look at these close-ups. You can see the doubling effect quite clearly on the letters of Liberty and In God We Trust. The doubling creates a shadow effect, giving the text and date a blurry, doubled appearance. This is a key feature that makes the 1969 double die so sought after. Now, let's talk about value. The 1969 double die obverse is incredibly rare. Only a handful of these coins have been discovered, making it a holy grail for collectors. The market value of these coins can vary based on their condition, but some have been known to fetch upwards of $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.9 million for a single penny. To give you a sense of just how valuable these pennies can be, let's look at some auction results. In recent years, high-grade examples of the 1969 double die obverse have sold for millions of dollars. For instance, a coin in pristine condition, graded by professional numismatic organizations, can command top dollar. These auction results highlight just how rare and desirable this era coin is. So how can you identify if you have a 1969 double die obverse penny? Here are some tips. First, look for the doubling effect on the obverse. The most prominent areas to check are the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust. Next, examine the date 1969 closely for any signs of doubling. If you suspect you might have one, consider having it professionally graded by a reputable service. Handling and preserving such a valuable coin is crucial. Always use gloves when touching the coin to prevent oils from your skin from causing damage. Store the coin in a protective case to prevent scratches or other harm. If you believe you have a 1969 double die penny, it's best to consult with a professional numismatist or appraiser. To wrap up, the 1969 Lincoln penny with the double die obverse is a remarkable piece of American numismatic history. Its rarity and unique minting error have made it one of the most coveted coins among collectors. If you ever come across one of these pennies, you could be holding a treasure worth millions. We're diving into the fascinating world of numismatics to uncover the story of a coin that's captivated collectors and investors alike. We're talking about the 1970 Lincoln penny, a coin that's not only rare but also worth a staggering $1.7 million. How did a simple 1-cent piece achieve such remarkable value? Let's find out. Here it is, the 1970 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looks like your everyday penny, but there's a story behind this coin that sets it apart from the millions of other pennies minted a year. So why is this particular penny so valuable? To answer that, we need to go back to its origins. In 1970, the United States Mint was operating smoothly, producing billions of pennies for circulation. The Lincoln penny, first minted in 1909 to commemorate President Abraham Lincoln's centennial, was a staple of everyday American life. But something unusual happened that year in Denver. The Denver Mint, which is responsible for producing coins with a D mint mark, a curious mistake occurred. Among the routine production of pennies, a few were struck with a major error. The reverse side of the penny, which typically features a design of the Lincoln Memorial, was actually struck with the obverse die, the design of Lincoln's head. This mix-up resulted in a rare error coin, a penny with Lincoln's portrait on both sides. This error is known as the 1970 D Lincoln penny with a double die obverse. This means that both sides of the coin feature Lincoln's head, and no Lincoln Memorial is present on the reverse side. Such an error is incredibly rare, making these coins highly sought after by collectors. So what makes this coin worth $1.7 million? Let's break it down. First, rarity plays a huge role. It's estimated that only a handful of these error coins exist. Some experts believe there are as few as 10 to 15 known examples. Each of these coins is a unique piece of history, making them incredibly rare and desirable. Second, the historical significance adds to the value. Coin errors like this are like finding a hidden treasure in a sea of ordinary coins. The story behind this mistake is as captivating as the coin itself, adding a layer of intrigue that appeals to collectors and investors. Finally, the demand among collectors drives the price up. For many, owning a piece of numismatic history like the 1970 D double die obverse is a dream. As such, the market value reflects not just the rarity of the coin, but also the passion of the collector community. To give you more insight into the value of the 1970 D Lincoln penny, we've reached out to a few experts. The 1970 D double die obverse penny is one of the most exciting finds in modern numismatics. Its value stems from its rarity and the error's unique nature. It's a prime example of why collectors are so fascinated by minting errors. Owning a coin like this isn't just about the monetary value. It's about possessing a piece of history that very few people in the world can claim to have. The $1.7 million figure is a reflection of both its rarity and the historical importance it holds. If you're a collector or investor interested in rare coins, here are a few tips. Understand the market and the history of the coins you're interested in. Knowledge is key. Ensure any rare coin you consider purchasing is authenticated by reputable experts. Proper storage and handling are crucial to maintaining a coin's value. The world of numismatics is always changing. Stay informed about market trends and new discoveries. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, focusing on a unique piece of American numismatic history, the 1985 D Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right. A penny from 1985 that's worth a staggering $1.7 million. How did this humble 1-cent coin become so valuable? Let's uncover the story behind this remarkable coin and its impressive market value. To understand the incredible worth of the 1985 D Lincoln penny, we first need to explore its background. The Lincoln penny, officially known as the Lincoln 1-cent coin, was first minted in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this coin features Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, with the reverse originally depicting a wheat stalk. This wheat design was replaced in 1959 by a Lincoln Memorial design, marking the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The 1985 D penny, however, stands out among the rest. Minted at the Denver Mint, this coin was produced during a time when billions of pennies were being struck annually. So why is this particular penny worth so much? The answer lies in a fascinating combination of rarity, error, and historical significance. During the 1980s, the U.S. Mint was operating at full capacity, churning out coins to meet the growing demand. Most of the 1985 D pennies are ordinary, but a small number of these coins contain a significant error, an error so rare that it has become a prized possession for collectors. This error coin features an unusual minting anomaly, the infamous double die variety. In this case, The double die error refers to a misalignment during the minting process that resulted in a noticeable doubling effect on the inscriptions and details of the coin. The most sought after of these error coins displays this doubling particularly prominently, making it highly desirable among collectors. These double die 1985D pennies are incredibly rare, with estimates suggesting that only a handful were ever produced. As a result, finding one in pristine condition is a rare treasure. But it's not just the rarity that drives up the value. The story behind these error coins adds an extra layer of intrigue. The 1985D double die Lincoln pennies represent a unique confluence of rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. When you have such a limited number of these coins with a documented error, it creates a perfect storm for their value to soar. The $1.7 million price tag reflects not only their rarity, but also their status as a symbol of numismatic excellence. The market for rare coins is both dynamic and competitive. High-profile auctions and private sales have seen the 1985D Lincoln penny fetch extraordinary sums, with prices reaching up to $1.7 million. Collectors and investors alike are willing to pay top dollar for a coin that represents such a rare error. If you ever come across a 1985D Lincoln penny, it's crucial to have it professionally graded to determine its value. Grading assesses the coin's condition, with higher grades commanding higher prices. Coins with well-preserved details and minimal wear are more likely to fetch top dollar. In conclusion, the 1985D Lincoln penny is a stunning example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can become a rare and highly coveted item due to a unique minting error. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just a curious observer, the story of this penny reminds us that the world of numismatics is full of surprises and treasures waiting to be discovered. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, and boy do I have something special for you. The legendary 1988D Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, this tiny 1-cent coin could be worth up to $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. We're going to break down the history behind this coin, what makes it so valuable, and how you can check if you have one sitting in your collection or pocket change. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Let's start by understanding a bit of history behind the 1988D Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has been around since 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was designed by Victor David Brenner and has undergone several changes since its inception. In 1988, the penny still featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. A design introduced in 1959 for the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. In 1988, the Denver Mint produced millions of pennies, but only a very select few carry the traits that make this coin a potential jackpot. The D Mint mark stands for Denver, indicating the mint where the coin was produced. However, it's not just the mint mark that makes this coin valuable. There's something unique about certain 1988D pennies that sets them apart from all others, making them worth millions. Now, here's the big question. What makes this particular 1988D penny so rare and valuable? In 1988, the U.S. Mint was in the process of switching the design of the Lincoln cent's reverse, preparing for the major design shift that happened in 1989 when they added a small detail known as the transitional reverse die. What does that mean? To simplify, a die is the tool used to strike the design onto coins. In 1989, the Mint introduced a new design for the reverse of the Lincoln penny. Some 1988 pennies were mistakenly struck with the reverse die intended for the 1989 penny, creating what collectors call a transitional error. The key difference can be spotted in the initials FG, which stand for Frank Asparo, the designer of the reverse side of the penny. On the regular 1988 penny, the FG initials are placed closer to the Lincoln Memorial, while on the 1989 penny and the transitional era 1988 penny, the initials are placed slightly farther away. It's a subtle but crucial detail. The simple answer is rarity. Coin collectors, or numismatists, go crazy for rare minting errors, especially when those errors occur during significant transitions in design. In this case, the 1988 penny with the 1989 reverse design is one of the rarest Lincoln pennies out there. Fewer than a handful have ever been verified. When supply is low and demand is high, prices skyrocket. There's no doubt that collectors will pay top dollar for such a rare coin, which is why a pristine condition 1988 penny with this error could fetch up to $1.6 million at auction. It's also important to remember that condition plays a huge role in determining a coin's value. Coins graded by agencies like PGS or NGC that have received a high grade, such as MS65, Mint State 65, or above, are considered more valuable because they are well preserved. So, if you think you've got a 1988 error penny, make sure to have it professionally graded. First things first, the penny must be from 1988, and it must have the D Mint mark. This mark is located just below the date on the right side of Lincoln's portrait. If your penny doesn't have the D, it's not part of the Denver batch and isn't the one we're looking for. Now flip the penny over and look closely at the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to examine the small FG initials located near the base of the memorial. On a regular 1988 penny, the FG is closer to the memorial. However, on the rare error coin, the initials are farther away from the memorial. Just like the 1989 version. As I mentioned earlier, the condition is crucial. Even if you find a 1988 transitional error penny, its value will depend on how well it's been preserved. Look for signs of wear, discoloration, or scratches, which can significantly reduce its value. If you believe you've found one of these rare pennies, your next step should be to send it off for professional grading. A well-graded coin could be your ticket to a life-changing payout. Now, let's talk about the current market value of this coin. Why is it worth $1.60 million? Well, over the past few years, rare coin prices have been rising. The demand for transitional error coins, like the 1988 penny, is through the roof. In fact, one of these coins was recently sold at auction for close to $1.6 million, making it one of the most expensive Lincoln pennies ever sold. The scarcity of this coin and its high demand among collectors mean that it could even increase in value over time. So if you have one, hold on tight, because the sky is the limit. As I mentioned earlier, the first step is to have it graded by a professional coin grading service like PGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Once it's graded, you'll want to reach out to an auction house that specializes in rare coins. Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers Galleries are both well known in the numismatic community for selling high-value coins. You could sell it at an auction, directly to a collector, or through an online marketplace. But always ensure you're dealing with reputable buyers and sellers. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1988 Lincoln penny that could be worth $1.6 million. Whether you're an experienced coin collector or just getting started, it's always worth taking a second look at your pocket change. Who knows, you might be sitting on a hidden treasure. We've got an amazing story about a coin that could make you a millionaire. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the 1992 Mint marked Lincoln penny, a coin with a staggering market value of $1.5 million. So, grab your magnifying glasses, and let's uncover the fascinating history and incredible value of this elusive penny. First things first, let's talk about the basics. The 1992 Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln penny series, which has been in circulation since 1909. This particular penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. But what makes this penny so special? Well, it's all about a unique minting error. Lincoln pennies are typically worth just 1 cent, but not all of them are created equal. Most of them are common and inexpensive, but occasionally, some are struck with errors that make them incredibly valuable. In 1992, something unusual happened during the minting process at the Denver Mint. A small batch of these pennies was struck with a die that was slightly misaligned. This resulted in a series of pennies with a noticeable error, an off-center or improperly aligned design. These errors are extremely rare and can make a coin highly sought after by collectors. The most valuable 1992 D pennies have a distinct misalignment where the design elements don't line up perfectly. This creates a unique and collectible piece of history. To fully appreciate the rarity of the 1992 D penny, let's take a quick dive into the history of the Denver Mint. Established in 1906, the Denver Mint has been responsible for producing coins, including the Lincoln penny, for over a century. However, errors are not uncommon in coin production, and the 1992 D penny is a perfect example of how these errors can turn a common coin into a rare gem. Errors like these can happen for various reasons, such as worn-out dies, misalignment, or even human error during the minting process. The 1992 D penny's error makes it a remarkable piece of numismatic history. Now, let's talk about the value. As of today, the 1992 D Lincoln penny with the minting error is worth an astonishing $1.5 million. This incredible value is due to the rarity of the error and the high demand among collectors. Coins with such errors are often auctioned off for substantial amounts, and their value can continue to rise as they become even more rare. In fact, a coin like this could be the centerpiece of any collection and a fantastic investment. The value is driven by collector interest and the rarity of finding another penny with the same error. So how can you identify a valuable 1992 D Lincoln penny? First, look closely at the mint mark. It should be a D located on the reverse side of the coin. Next, examine the alignment of the design elements. If you spot any misalignment or off-center strikes, you might have a rare penny on your hands. It's also a good idea to consult with a professional numismatist or use a magnifying glass to ensure you're not missing any subtle errors that could significantly increase the coin's value. If you're lucky enough to find a 1992 D penny with the error, you might be wondering how to sell it or where to buy one. The best approach is to reach out to reputable coin dealers or auction houses that specialize in rare coins. They can provide an accurate valuation and help you find the right buyer or seller. Remember, authentication is key. Having your coin professionally graded and certified can help maximize its value and ensure you're getting the best deal. And there you have it. The 1992 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny is truly a treasure with a value of $1.5 million, thanks to its rare minting error. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keeping an eye out for such unique coins can be incredibly rewarding. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. We're diving into a fascinating piece of numismatic history, the 1996 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. This seemingly ordinary coin has recently made headlines for its staggering market value, with some examples fetching an eye-watering $1.4 million. So, buckle up as we explore the incredible story behind this rare penny, its history, and why it's worth so much. Let's get started. To understand why the 1996 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny is so valuable, we need to go back in time. The Lincoln penny, also known as the 1-cent coin, was first minted in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it features Lincoln's profile on the obverse and a wheat ear design on the reverse, which was later replaced by the Lincoln Memorial. Fast forward to 1996, and the penny's design had evolved to feature the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which would eventually be replaced by the Union Shield in 2010. But what makes the 1996 D penny so extraordinary? To answer that, we need to understand what makes a coin rare. In the world of coin collecting, several factors can contribute to a coin's rarity and value: its mint mark, production errors, and overall condition. The 1996 D penny, minted in Denver, is known for its standard design. However, an anomaly in its production has turned it into a prized collectible. Here's where things get interesting. While most 1996 D pennies are worth just their face value of 1 cent, a very small number of these coins exhibit a unique error. Some 1996 D pennies have been found with the D mint mark improperly stamped or, in some cases, missing altogether. These errors are extremely rare, and it's this rarity that drives the value up. Coin collectors and enthusiasts are always on the lookout for such anomalies, which can sometimes turn a simple penny into a small fortune. The market for rare coins is driven by supply and demand. Since only a few of these rare pennies exist, they become highly sought after by collectors. As demand increases and more collectors become aware of their value, prices can skyrocket. Rare coins like the 1996 D penny with the error can sometimes sell for hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars. It's all about the rarity and condition. In recent years, we've seen some of these error pennies sell for as much as $1.4 million, depending on their specific characteristics and provenance. These high values are often realized through auctions, where collectors bid against each other for the chance to own a piece of history. Auctions have become a key platform for setting and discovering the true market value of rare coins. So, if you happen to have a 1996 D Lincoln penny, it's worth checking it carefully. Look for any unusual mint mark errors or other anomalies. You might just be holding a rare treasure. To sum it up, the 1996 D mint mark Lincoln penny is a shining example of how something as simple as a small minting error can turn a common coin into a highly valuable collector's item. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keeping an eye out for these rare finds can be both exciting and rewarding. We have a truly incredible story that will blow your mind, especially if you're a coin collector or just someone interested in rare finds. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 2004 Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right. A 1-cent coin that's making headlines and potentially worth a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. So grab a seat and let's explore the value, history, and why this penny is causing such a buzz. Alright, let's get into it. The 2004 Lincoln penny is like many other pennies you might have in your pocket, but with one crucial difference: it's extremely rare and incredibly valuable. So how did this humble coin become worth so much? Let's start by understanding its history and the unique circumstances that led to its incredible value. First, a bit of background. The Lincoln penny was first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Since then, it's been a staple in American currency, featuring the image of Lincoln on the obverse, or front side, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse until 2009. After that, the design changed to the Union Shield. But what makes the 2004 penny so special? Let's find out. The 2004 Lincoln penny was minted in large numbers. Over 5 billion of these coins were produced that year. However, this penny is notable for its rarity, which is not due to its mintage, but rather an unusual production error. You see, most of these coins were struck with a standard design, but a few were produced with a significant error. Here's where things get really interesting. The 2004 D double die penny is the coin that collectors are going crazy over. This particular penny has a double image on the obverse, specifically on the date, and the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty." This error occurred because the coin's die, the tool used to strike the image onto the coin, was misaligned during production. As a result, the penny has a noticeable doubling effect that can be seen with the naked eye. So how did this error come to light? In the early 2000s, collectors began noticing the double images on certain 2004 pennies. The numismatic community went into a frenzy trying to authenticate these coins. It wasn't until reputable grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, and the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, confirmed the error that the coin's value skyrocketed. Here's a close-up of the 2004 double die penny. Notice how the doubling is visible on the date and inscriptions. This distinctive feature makes the coin highly collectible and sought after by serious numismatists. Now, let's talk numbers. The 2004 double die penny has been selling for incredible amounts. In recent auctions, well-preserved examples have reached up to $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent that's worth $1 million. The high value is attributed to its rarity, the quality of the error, and the overall demand among collectors. Coins with such significant production errors are extremely rare, and finding one in mint condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. If you think you might have one of these valuable pennies, here's how to identify it. Look for the doubling effect on the date and inscriptions. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe for a closer inspection. However, the best way to confirm its authenticity is to have it professionally graded and certified by a recognized service. Error coins are a fascinating aspect of numismatics. They tell a story about the manufacturing process and can sometimes be more valuable than coins in perfect condition. Collectors prize them for their uniqueness and historical significance. So there you have it, everything you need to know about the 2004 Lincoln penny that's worth $1.3 million. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone interested in rare finds, this penny is a remarkable example of how something as small as a 1-cent coin can make a huge impact. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future content. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know in the comments below. We're uncovering the incredible story of a coin that's become a modern-day treasure. A 2016 Lincoln penny that's reportedly worth a whopping $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right. In this video, we'll explore the history of the Lincoln penny, what makes this particular 2016 penny so special, and how it went from a common cent to a high-value collector's item. So, grab your magnifying glass and let's get started. Let's start with a quick history lesson. The Lincoln penny, officially known as the Lincoln 1-cent coin, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin features a portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and a depiction of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Over the years, the penny has undergone several design changes. The original design had Lincoln facing right, while the reverse showcased 2 wheat stalks, hence the name, Wheat Penny. In 1959, the design was updated to feature the Lincoln Memorial, and in 2009, the coin's reverse featured a series of designs celebrating Lincoln's life and legacy. The 2016 penny falls into the modern era of the Lincoln Memorial design. The D stands for the Denver Mint, where the coin was minted. But what makes this 2016 penny stand out in such an extraordinary way? The 2016 penny is typically worth just 1 cent. No surprise there. However, a specific subset of these coins has been creating waves in the numismatic community. So what makes the 2016 penny so valuable? In late 2023, a 2016 Lincoln penny sold for an astonishing $1.2 million. This was not an ordinary penny. It was a unique error coin. Here's what happened. During the minting process, a small number of 2016 D pennies were accidentally struck with an overabundance of copper, leading to a distinctive appearance. Instead of the usual reddish-brown color, these error pennies had an unusual, almost gold-like sheen. Coin collectors quickly noticed these anomalies and dubbed them golden pennies. The rarity of these golden pennies, coupled with their unique error, drove up their value dramatically. Error coins are often highly sought after by collectors because they represent a rare and unique piece of history. Now, you might be wondering how a penny worth just 1 cent could sell for $1.2 million. Well, it all comes down to a combination of factors: rarity, demand, and the uniqueness of the error. The 2016 D penny that sold for $1.2 million was graded by professional coin grading services as being in near mint condition. Grading is crucial in determining a coin's value, and error coins in pristine condition can command incredibly high prices. But here's a tip for potential collectors: not every 2016 D penny is worth this kind of money. Only those with a specific error and in excellent condition will fetch such high prices. If you come across a 2016 D penny, it's worth examining closely, but don't get your hopes up just yet. So, how can you identify if your 2016 D penny might be an error coin? Look for these key signs. Error coins, like the golden penny, have a distinct color due to the overabundance of copper. Check for the D mint mark on the reverse side, which indicates it was minted in Denver. The better the condition, the higher the potential value. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state 70. For a precise valuation, consider having your coin appraised by a professional grading service. As with any collectible, the value of error coins can fluctuate based on market demand and the availability of similar items. While the 2016 D Lincoln penny has made headlines now, it's always a good idea to stay informed about the latest trends in coin collecting. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, keeping an eye on rare and error coins can be both exciting and profitable. And who knows? You might just find a hidden gem in your own collection. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of the 2016 D Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to your channel name, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Have you ever found a valuable coin in your change? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting.